is it okay if an artist messes up in the past to forgive them today? Right? Because a lot of times what we see is people messing up in the past, and then people coming out today saying, well, they messed up in the past, but does that even bother like their music activity and what they're doing in the present?
Which I mean, shit, it's a whole lot of like what didn't
like if he comes out with a song, you know, does that mean that
didn't Ray Lewis kill somebody?
But you know, it's I don't think they proved that he killed somebody.
Or well, he allegedly killed somebody.
Allegedly.
You know what I mean?
Chris Brown kicked me out of a car, and we all act like that's normal now. I mean, not normal to kick somebody out of a car.
I think he did a little bit more than kick her out the car.
He definitely beat her up and kicked her out of the car, and he definitely has like, he's definitely selling records.
And she was a mega pop star. Like she wasn't no like regular chick who got hit. Like she was like up there.
R. Kelly was, and we got video evidence of like using the bathroom on people, and we still love his music.
She got paid for it though. So
they said she got paid, but I think she was definitely underage.
Yeah, all right. I mean, maybe she was underage, maybe. And it's Dave Chappelle said that piss could have been digital. So
it could have been digital, but then there was like, okay, but still, people don't accept the fact because he was so good that he did it in a just like a pervert way. But you can't accept that because the music is too good, right?
Like, yeah, and he's still stepping in the name of love. What's the new shit that he got?
So he got some new shit.
My love letter, like all that type of shit.
Oh, like I've heard this. So it's like he's just that good, right?
Soaking in piss.
You have people who are guilty of certain crimes, and like they can go for it. Like like
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine,
and like
people still jamming his stuff, but I don't know. It's just an interesting thing.
Shit, I mean, like, well, of course, even the sexual harassment thing, people can change, everything like that. I mean, they're people who lived this rough life before. Mm-hmm. Now they're rappers. They're people who lived a rough life. Now they're pastors and stuff like that. So, yeah. Or I mean, take this for example. So, say if a pastor, used to be about that life, used to be out. Mm-hmm. Sexually harassing women and all that stuff.
He's testifying, telling y'all in the church.
And he's saying like, all right, I used to do these bad things. Now, do you bring it up to say, oh, that pastor sexually harassed me? Now that he got money, like, or do you take it there with the pastor? Or do you just accept it?
I think by today's standards, I think we just definitely bring it up and sue him for it.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think that's what's happening today because I remember back in the day, you used to kind of like forgive and forget. Now it's like you forgive and you remember.
You remember and you bring that shit back up when they get money.
It's just like when I was talking about being petty, right? It's like there's a period of time where you're supposed to forgive, but then for some reason over here, you just never forgave and then you just said something about it, right? Even though they made a complete change. So it's kind of saying that. So the situation I always think about is, well, I used to be able to forgive right here and forget. But now, with artists doing certain things, like even if it's like out of their character or doing whatever, should I be able to forgive them and still support them? Right? Like, perfect example, right?
I mean, that shit could take form. And take Jay-Z. Used to be,
he stabbed his brother.
Sell drugs. He stabbed his brother.
He stabbed his brother. He shot his brother, right? And it's kind of like, now he's with Beyonce and got married. And now do we forget that this man stabbed his brother and was a drug dealer? It's like, but with him we forgive.
Tim Allen used to be like a damn
horrible
drug kingpin or some shit like that.
Horrible, but today we forgive. So it's like I feel like. It's definitely a certain trend of like, who do you forgive? And like, if they come out with projects, it's like people are very selective of, he's a good artist, so we need to forgive him. He's an all right artist, so we don't need to forgive him. He's already done, so we don't need to forgive him. A situation with Russell Simmons, he changed his whole life and people aren't forgiving him. You know what I'm saying? The Weinstein situation, he raped so many people, you can't even say anything about it, really. Everybody was getting raped in that thing. he was just consistently, and then the story was very, very consistent.
At least
right?
he kept it consistent. Like, I mean, he was from year -20 up to now. I mean, he was just doing his thing. So I guess
it was so bad. People were talking about it at awards. Like, yo, I'm gonna say the joke about it. Nobody believes me, but I'm gonna say the joke. Shout out to the maker of Family Guy, Seth. He was definitely doing it, and he did it in Family Guy, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, so it's like my question is like, I want to ask you, if somebody has good music, right? And, you know, they have all these allegations, right? Like, perfect example is 6ix9ine, where we literally know that he is guilty of this crime, no matter how it was done, no matter the research. This person's guilty of this, whether it's 10, 20, 30 years ago. Is it okay to still like them as a person, or is it okay to still like their music?
I mean, you heard our thoughts on it, so we like to hear what you guys think about it. Leave a comment below. You know, send us a message. Whichever way you feel is best to get this information to us, we want that from you, and we want your personal stories. If you got any personal stories, please share them below if you feel comfortable. You know, it's only that type of thing. But
and if you have any questions that you want to ask us personally, just like this situation, just drop it down below, and we will cover it. 2 Educated Guys. Peace.
You ever wonder why this don't happen to you? Because you ain't educated.